Welcome to our worship, and may the peace of the Lord be with you. One of the things that people have asked me while they've been away from school is if I could do some worships to put up on the YouTube channel. I've also asked Reverend Greg if he can do some in the run-up to Easter as well. So we're going to start by lighting our candle. Okay, in today's worship, I'm going to talk to you about trees and the Easter story. Now, one of my favourite things is trees, and if you go online, you will find some absolutely fantastic trees. You will find really wide trees, you will find some amazingly tall trees, and you will also find some very, very old trees as well. Now, trees, it's really important that we look after them. And actually, I am going to read you a poem about trees. The beauty of trees is a joy to behold. For millions of years, they have watched life unfold. They give shelter to creatures and help them survive. They clean up the air to keep us alive. Their wood's used for houses and tables and chairs. It's made into windows, our doors or our stairs. Carpenter Joseph taught Jesus his trade. Ploughs, yokes and mangers by him were made. The disciples went fishing in boats made of wood. When calming the storm in a boat Jesus stood. Leaves of the palm tree were spread on the ground. For Jesus in triumph they were all waved around. Soon after he hung from a cross made of wood. On a hill far away with two others it stood. The third day after he rose up again. Like the plants in the winter, through wind and through rain. Trees rest and are bare till the spring comes around, then they burst into blossom, and new life is found. From trees we can learn a lesson or two, that life can be hard for me or for you. But when we feel down and there's some hope we can take, winter will pass, spring will awake, an adventure unknown, a new journey to make. So that poem is all about trees. And here's some questions for you that you can talk about with your mums or your dads. Can you think of any small creatures which might use trees as a home and might shelter in trees? Can you think of 10 things that are made out of wood? Who was Joseph in the poem? Who were the disciples and what did they do? Why did Jesus calm the storm? When did the people wave palm branches at Jesus? And what is the story of Jesus' death and his rising again at Easter? From trees we can learn a lesson or two, that life can be hard for me and for you. But when we feel down, there's some hope we can take. Winter will pass, spring will awake, an adventure unknown, a new journey to make. It's a really difficult time for everybody at the moment. I'm sure you're missing your friends and missing your teachers and missing being at school and doing your learning and having fun. But even though it's a tough time, there's always people that you can talk to. So talk to your mums, talk to your dads, talk to your other relatives if you can. See if you're able to meet up with your friends online and have a chat with them. And however difficult it seems at the moment, there will be a time when things change and everything gets back to normal. And I hope you're looking forward to that just as I am. Put your hands together and close your eyes if you'd like to join in with our prayer. Dear God, help us to remember the message of Easter, that when things seem very difficult, we can find new light and new hope. And help us to think of the trees and how they can help us to remember that there are good things to come in the future. Amen. Okay, I'm going to hand over to Mrs. McIntosh, who is going to lead you in some singing. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Cooil. Okay, I know that this is a favourite of all of us, so I hope that you'll be singing along as we sing Take 5 Styles. Thank you. and doing your best dancing to that one at home. We've got another one that we're going to finish off with. And actually, we've sung it today already in class with the children who are here in school. And I think it's a lovely, lovely song, just to remember that even though we're not in our school building, we're all still together and we're all still part of our school community. So join in with this one. It's a lovely little prayer.
Let God's hand be on